It's going to be 2018 in the blink.
Yep.
Welcome to this Tuesday, August the 8th segment of the Matthews broadcast. We are streaming live worldwide here at www.gemsradio.net, where we have big cable on the run. We are the alignment, empowerment, upliftment, and enrichment broadcast. Those are the four principles on which this broadcast rests. And we are very, very happy to be with you again, audience. Remember, this broadcast provides urban businesses the clients and community support they need to succeed. You can reach us if you'd like to recommend someone to come on the broadcast or come on yourself at 732-357-5701, 732-357-5701, or you can email us at Matthews, M-A-T-T-H-E-W-S, N as in Nancy, K as in King, at gmail.com. Gratitude is our first order of business, and to that extent, we want to say thank you to our friends here in New Jersey, Mr. Vernon Bradbury, captain of the Newark Bike Police, Miss Allison Skeet of Distinguished Women of Guyana, place of my birth, Mr. Joseph Peterson, a Pattersonian, recently retired from the Patterson Board of Ed, Vinnie Jackson at the Philadelphia Attorney General's Office, Greg Jones, our mortgage maniac down in Willingboro, Sarah Cepeda, our empowerment coach in Cherry Hill. We also have friends in other states, among them Dennis King in Pennsylvania, Shaka Andrews, Miami, Leslie Andrews in Honolulu, Hawaii, Charlene St. Clair, Richmond, Virginia, Pinky Andrews, Hampton, Virginia, and Harry and Anna Staley in Charleston, South Carolina. Other states, Cool Otis Brown in Hotlanta, Tyrone Scotty Howard also in Atlanta, Greg Riley in Falls Church, Virginia, Harvetifax in Maryland. We want to thank all of those persons for their prayers, for their texts, for their tweets, for their suggestions by email, because they all help all the time because they want to see this broadcast succeed. And remember, we're moving away from the 60s theme, which was We Shall Overcome. That was our theme song then. In the 21st century, our theme is DJ Khaled. All we do is win, win, win. This show is brought to you by our super sponsors, and without whom we could not broadcast. They keep us strong, so we ask you to support them. First and foremost, if you want the max, get Optimum Tax and Financial Services, 5-star rated online, Better Business Bureau certified. Call Ivan Maxey at 908-352-1040, and his brother Tony, Miss Sterling, his daughter Taj, all those involved in Optimum Tax and Financial Services. They're at 500 Rahway Avenue in Elizabeth. And if you're serious about growing your clientele today, accept no substitutes, call UBA. UBA, the Urban Business Association, is an organization dedicated to circulating dollars in urban communities. They're at 124 Chestnut Street in Roselle, run by Jerry Moultrie and Keith Broadway. You can reach them at 908-259-5012. 908-259-5012. Dorson Home Care. It's a breath of fresh air for caregivers everywhere. Call Dorson at 973-672-7691 for the best home care anywhere. Conveniently located not far from here at 395 Pleasant Valley Way in West Orange, and also in Chestnut Street in Roselle. Dream Builders, building one generational wealth, one great client at a time, run by Paul Dussard, our great friend. They can be reached at 973-220-5026, 973-220-5026, and their Thursday night opportunity meeting at 300 North Midland Avenue in Saddlebrook. Nothing but nothing says I love you like flowers. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Carolyn and Nathaniel Joe of A Rose's Petal. They have been at 472 Broadway in Patterson for more than 21 years. And you can call them at 973-742-5333. For advice and planning, that's always great in matters of your real estate, call Violet Smith Gilmore at Smith Gilmore Real Estate at 201-723-4203, conveniently located at 1258 Teaneck Road in Teaneck. Ms. Violet and Ms. Kim and all the members of the Smith Gilmore Real Estate family are there waiting to serve you. Don't settle for less, demand the best. Call Mr. Les Daly. Les Daly CPA, that is. He provides the best financial advice and services. You can visit Les at 1923 Springfield Avenue in Maplewood, or call him directly at 973-327-2085. Don't settle for less. Demand the best and call Les. So, you have heard who our sponsors are. We ask that you support them because they support us. I mentioned at the beginning of the show is that there are 4 principles on which this broadcast operates and rests. They are alignment, right there in the first book of the Bible, the book of Genesis, in chapter 1, verses 26 to 28. It says, "You are made in the image and likeness of God and given his authority to rule." Melissa just can't stop smiling. Just happy. Given the authority to rule. So align with that image, that divine image, that kingdom image. Secondly, empowerment is our second principle. And so we go right to 2 Timothy verses 1 through 7, and it reads, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind." Love, power, and a sound mind. So you're a powerful being. Achieve anything in his name and by his might. Upliftment is our third principle. And there we go to our poet laureate, Maya Angelou, who says, "People will forget what you said. They may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel." So make somebody feel like the king or queen that you should make them feel like Ralston is doing to Melissa right now. He's making her feel. Right. Isn't that one of Cornelius Sylvester had a song? Remember that song, "Feel"?
Yeah.
Feel?
Yeah. Sylvester, yeah.
Feel?
Oh, yeah.
He was wearing dresses before Boy George.
Yes,
Remember
he
that?
was.
Coming on Soul Train with dresses
That's
on.
right.
I'm telling you. So
Very
make somebody,
talented.
That's before your time.
make somebody feel good.
Yeah.
That's before your time.
Final principle, enrichment. Remember, folks, money can't solve all of our problems, but it can solve our money problem. The challenge of the 21st century, in our view, is building generational wealth. Building generational wealth. No longer about physical rights, civil rights. It's now about economic power. And so with that said, we've covered our principles, we've covered our sponsors. We're going to get right into it. We have 2 guests. One, Mr. Ralston Moore is with us, and he has brought a special guest. I'm going to let him introduce Miss Melissa. And I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Russ, the real deal Lagan here. And hey, Russ, give all your 300 cousins and 200 brothers and sisters a big smile. Yeah.
Actually,
There you go. They're looking for
it's probably closer to about 600 cousins. My mother is one of 13,
Woo!
so I have a lot of cousins. I can't even remember all my aunts and uncles. When I
Wow.
see them. Every time I go to a family reunion, I have to be reintroduced to everybody because there's so many people.
Yeah, well, whenever you go to a family reunion, I wonder, probably hard to get some food. You got to get in that line first, right?
Yeah, well, I do bring my Tupperware containers,
That's right, man. So I'd like to have you ask Ralston about his business himself, and I'd like to ask you, audience, to pay attention carefully because, again, we want to make sure we provide him maximum support.
Okay. First of all, thank you for coming to the Matthews broadcast program. You and Melissa. It's a beautiful day.
Yes,
It's
it
a beautiful
is.
day out here, but it's going to be an even greater day when we give our audience an opportunity to find out about your business so you can educate them on what you're doing in the community.
Mhm.
So, first, I'd like you to give your full name and the name of your business.
Okay, my name is Ralston Moore, and the name of my business is Moore Production.
Okay? Who do you have with you?
And with me is Melissa. She assists me with the administrative portion of the business, for his invoices and phone calls, and she's usually like she assists me with that part of the business.
Okay, wonderful. Very important question, because we want to make sure that we not only inform our listeners, the listening audience, but we want to educate potential clients that may be listening, that may be in use of your service. So what is the unique value of your business?
I'll say the unique value of my business is the goal is to capture the divinity within all my subjects, all my customers that I interact with, saving those dynamic moments within their life, where More Productions offer a variety of different means to our clients' needs, and that's saving the moment. As far as any entertainment venue or anything like that, we offer several different services to accommodate their needs for that moment in their life that is special for them to save as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what are those services?
Okay, those services we offer as far as events, decor, also in partnership with CMS Rentals, we offer clients things to rent, things for their party needs like chairs, tables, tents. Recently, we had the festival at Eastside Park in Paterson, New Jersey, and
So wonderful.
yes, which was great. The turnout was amazing, and part of the guys behind the scenes that kind of worked with me as well was the CM Rental. They were the one that put the stage out there, put up all those beautiful cabanas and all those beautiful tents, and with that, More Productions also able to offer that to any customers or anything that having any type of festivities or anything with their family, anything like that, to save the moment, baby shower, weddings. And with that, also where the visual comes now, we also offer video service and also photo work. Myself, I'm a photographer, and also I do the video work as well with my counterpartners that they're currently not here based on their scheduling work. But those are the service that we offer to our customers just to save those valuable time in their life. And again, life is very short. So with that, every moment is very valuable. And again, we want to save those moments in our customers' life. Something for them to look back on and remember, like, wow, to give them that applause, to relive that moment. So a photo or a video is the moment that you could probably go back in time and live. You can't go back in time in this real life, but with a photo or video, you can always go back and relive that moment.
I see that, Ralston, on Facebook. Every once in a while, a memory will pop up from 2 years ago. And, of course, Facebook is all those photographs. And it'll take me back emotionally. The other day, one of the photographs that they offered me was my daughter's Sweet 16. And, at the end of the Sweet 16, I had a dance with my daughter. And emotionally, when I saw that photograph, I was right back at that moment at Chateau of Spain in Union. Just unbelievable that, this child that I held in my arms 16 years prior, as a baby, was now all grown up. So I was just like, ooh, one of those moments that hit you and you get soggy, Melissa. But I agree with you. Those images do take you back to places, and certainly with our image, Dr. Cornelius, I look at some of the stuff he does, for me, and you kind of remember that laugh, you kind of remember that moment, you kind of remember that person. Without those shots, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it.
That is right. I agree. Definitely.
Russ?
Ralston, also for our listeners who are listening, what is a great referral source that will help your business grow? Because that's what you're here for, to
right.
reach out to your referral source.
That's right. So to help the business grow, I open up this opportunity to anyone. Any and everyone that is interested, again, to your point, to save those dynamic moments in their life. Allow More Production to capture those divinity, save those, shine some light in that moment in your life. Take you back in time, 10 years later, you look back and be like, wow, I remember this moment. You're capable and able to relive an important time, and you know, there's no discrimination with anything. We're able to capture a kid's party, baby shower, a wedding. Very versatile in all different venues that we're able to save with our customers. So, and again, we also offer DJ service. We also have the MCs. We also, when you think of a party and everything that goes in correlation with that,
That's what I was going to say.
more production is capable of providing that
So they have
service
all-around
to you guys and assist your business or whatever your goal is for that event to be lived, become live, like Facebook
I
Live,
agree.
you're able to see what's happening. So we're able to provide that service.
What are you offering in return for our listeners and the audience's support?
It's basically, I'll definitely offer just like a free consultation to come in, have a time out to talk to me about what they want. Sometimes I also offer the first shooter event. I'm definitely capable of negotiating any price or anything like that they like to bring forward to me as well, and I'm willing to assist them to accommodate their needs and basically live that dynamic moment once again.
Wonderful.
I think some other members of the Moore family
Yes.
of CMS has shown up. Glad to have them. Want to find out from you a little bit about those specific events that you remember. You mentioned the Jamaica Festival. Give me a few other events that you guys have done, kind of this holistic service that were just very memorable for you.
So I have, I think one of the more memorable moments that was also tied and emotional for me was when I did my second wedding, I'm sorry, as me and the team, as a photographer, and just capable to save such dynamic moment in that client life, and capturing this moment was a gift from a family member to her, when in fact they hired my team to save that moment. And basically based on the photo, and I created a slideshow with the music and everything to kind of like recapture that moment. And up on that, a phone call just basically telling me that tears came to her eyes. Basically, she was very emotional, her family members, and the fact that I was able to contribute such a wonderful moment in that customer life, it really was heartfelt. I felt really touched, really moved that something that I was able to put together and coordinated was able to give that return and that outcome for that customer. And again, with every customer, I take that pride, I take that initiative to get that same response. I treat every customer fair. It doesn't matter what venue it is. That's one of the goal with the team. We're gonna, if the customer is paying $10,000 or $100 or $1, we're gonna give them this real prolific, high customer service proficiency. So that's one of the unique values that we offer. Customer first. Make sure that they're happy at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how many times we got to go back and edit and make adjustments. At the end of the day, we prefer to have a happy customer. There's no limit. As you said, for me, sky. People say the sky's the limit, but my limits start from the sky and go up.
Ooh.
So there's just keep it going.
All right,
there's
now.
infinite beyond.
That sounds like a slogan, something you could put on the bottom of your business card, or.
Another thing is, certain times I do like photo sessions. I feel like I'm connected to my photos. Occasionally, I will write with every photos that I do post on social media. I feel like I have to connect. I have to feel what I like to convey to my audience. Whoever is gonna read whatever the picture is out there. The pictures speak 1,000 words or tell 1,000
They
words.
do.
But everybody could convey it the way you. They're not gonna convey the way you see it. But once you add some caption to it, you bring light.
Right.
So it's part of my divinity offering right there to the customer. I post that picture, and how I feel I post, whether it's a short motivational quote or something like that to get the audience motivated or feel inspired. So I'm really big on getting people motivated and inspired. So with the artwork of creating a dynamic moment in the customer's life, I feel that there's a part of me to showcase what God has instilled in myself. Basically, have that eagle eyes or my talent to convey happiness and help people to be happy with the moments I'm saving in your life.
That's awesome. Let me ask you this question. There is there's a time where it just all clicks and it works, right? In anything, I know, I kind of get that, that high where I'm in that zone, where all of the words are falling right. The guest feels really comfortable. We're bringing out all those. In your business, what is that moment when you feel like, yes, I got it?
And that moment is when basically my client is, they're not worrying. They believe so much in my work. I believe in so much what I have to offer. I take charge of every venue, every event that I'm there. I'm like the director. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure, even for a birthday party or a wedding, again, I feel as if like we are the lead because everybody's following our direction. Because as far as you're responsible for that setting, and with the customer basically putting this priceless moment in our hands as far as a wedding, which basically is this is the most memorable time in a maybe a wife or a husband life, and basically to give me the opportunity or one of my team members to lead and basically assist them to give them what they're seeing, and it feels really, really good. And again, that's for me, that's really like a shallow path, or it just could feel like, okay, but I step up to that path and feel as if, I'm confident enough to fulfill their needs, and also having the conversations prior to the event to feel out my customers, understanding their needs, knowing what they want, because every customer is different. Everybody have different needs, different personality, and again, it's I think just being patient and humble, in that time, and eventually, with our customers, they will understand, and they love the fact that my company we're humble, we're very professional, we take time out to listen, and we're not gonna overreact, but we take every approach in a very professional manner, and our goal is to strive for excellence. Our goal is to be proficient in everything that we do. And again, from all team members, I make that known that, again, we're going to make our customers happy with everything, whether from a table, from a chair, from the decor. We try our best to make, they said you can't make everyone happy, but at the end of the day, that's our goal, to fulfill that.
I just want you to know I'm listening to you, and I'm going to tell you something you may not have heard it before. I don't know what your educational background is, but you are, in a sense, part historian and part psychologist. You're a historian because you capture the memories of a person's life with the special events. You reflect those back to them. But you're also a psychologist because you also communicate to them what's important.
That's correct. I like the way you word that. It's really nice.
Communicate to them what's important by putting those images, those special events, and it becomes a form of ministry as to why they should be happy, why they should stay together, and why they should try to make things work in their life. And you do that, especially when you put the captions there, and just that word or that phrase that can direct them. And just like the situation with Stan and his daughter, can just immediately bring an emotional reaction.
That's right.
This sounds like this interview is morphed into a therapy session. Deep. And awesome encouragement. Yeah, I feel that.
That's the goal. You have to impact your audience. You have to impact.
It's positive energy.
Of course.
Positive energy.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Historical or psychological, it's positive energy.
I'm all for that. That's part of my only time to shine at times on social media is just to impact someone's life. So that's my goal to that. I don't know who and wherever they are, but the feedback I received a couple of times, like, those words that you put have, touched me today or inspired me. It feels really compelling to myself. And, again, the divinity from God, I always seek to basically guide me. When every picture, I pray and I bless it before I post.
That's what you mean
whenever
by capturing the divinity, right?
Exactly. So just to send that out, not just for that particular individual, but for whoever is going to see it, because Facebook it goes anywhere. Once you basically put an image or a caption or anything, you open up the world to see it. So if I'm able to touch one life out of a billion or a million or 100, it's really feels good to me, whether they say anything or not. But I just know that that's who I am, and that's my brand, and that's what I like to broadcast to the world. That more production is saving dynamic moments and also capturing your divinity, basically guided through me, guided from God, and directed me to capture that moment and saving it with you and your family and your friends.
Well, as you're talking about capturing the moments, I'm looking at your administrative assistant here. She's about capturing that money. Melissa, tell me how you handle that end of it, because you have to be the hammer. So when you want to get more productions paid, do you take the soft approach, or do you take the straightforward? Just give us our money.
I take the soft approach. Like usually after each session, we'll send out an invoice, to the customer, and then they're usually pretty good with giving the funds on time and everything. So we really don't have a problem as far as getting our funds on time. So.
Even church people.
Even church people, yes.
I know church people.
1 or 2 times. People sometimes cry.
Brother, man.
We try to work with our customers.
Put me in a payment plan.
We don't turn anyone away. So we try our best to work with them.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. How long have you been with Ralston's company?
Well, since it started, actually, which is October of last year. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is your ride or die, huh?
Yeah, she's been very supportive, and this vision just, is just how we just kind of like propelled. It's not even a year yet, and things that I have not foreseen is kind of like coming to pass, and it's just like, I take it one day at a time, and I ask God for His guidance with every step of my journey. Again, I look at it as not by sight but by faith. So I definitely take that approach with the business goals and plan, and allowing Him to direct my path and allow me to make the right connection, as how I met you at the festival. At the festival at the Jamaica Day, and I wasn't expecting that. I did not foreseen this opportunity being here this afternoon, but it's probably a plan that God had in store for me to kind of okay.
There's a word that says, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the hearts of men or women the wonderful things that God has planned for them. You see, when we're in alignment with our divine identity, we are in alignment with the ultimate power.
Right.
There is not a thought or a thing on the face of this earth that has not already been preordained by the King. So all we have to do is line up with Him. I remember my grandfather used to say, you are blessed in alignment with who you bless. You bless a wise man, you will be blessed wisely. You bless a fool, you'll be blessed. So you're doing it exactly right. I like your constant referral to divinity. Get a chance, go to Psalm number 82, where Moses says, and I tell you that you are gods and the children of the Most High God. What Moses is saying in that psalm is there's far more to who we are than we ever accept or speak about. Far more to who you are, far more to what you can do when you line up with divine will, divine power, and find yourself being able to achieve things that you didn't think you could achieve. And I think you are catching that. You're connecting with that. And there's no better feeling sometimes where you don't lift a finger and something is done for you. I had that happen just today. I was entering into a meeting that I had prepared myself for the meeting to be a little tense. Because of who the individual I was meeting with was. And I walked into the meeting, and the person was completely 100 degrees different than what they usually are. And I laughed on my way out of the door. I said, "This was handled before I got here." This was handled before I got here. And you mentioned praying over the images that you put out. I completely agree with you that if you place it in His hands, He'll do exceedingly abundantly. What does the next word say? More than you ask or expect. More than you ask or expect. So I want to come back to Melissa one more time now. Tell me, when were you born? What day is your birthday?
May 13, 1987.
Right. And May happens to be the month of Taurus. Right. There are three people that are significant to me that were born in the month of May. First and foremost, my favorite athlete of all time, Michael Jordan, May the 6th. The second, by most biblical accounts, the calendar was different at that time, but the man the world called Jesus the Christ, Yeshua ben Joseph, was born, if we line the calendar up properly, around May the 3rd or 4th. And finally, yours truly, May the 16th. So I know awesome things happen in May, and I'm glad to have my fellow Taurus in the house this evening. What about you, Ralston? What month were you born in?
On July 19, I just celebrated my 30th birthday.
Oh, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
He's a Gemini, right?
No.
Sir.
Man, it's a Cancer.
Yes,
He's a Cancer.
Oh, Gemini is May 28th to June something. It's
I'm
the
not
end
sure
of May.
about that, but I know that he's a Cancer because I'm a Cancer.
Oh.
July 2nd. So I now understand why there's this vibe going on between Ralston and I understand that. So it's a Cancer. What a sign.
Exactly what is that vibe?
That divinity,
That's
all about divinity.
Sounds personal. Russ trying to get a job with more production.
Law and order over here. So
let it rain.
Let it rain.
Let
Big plans. Forward looking. What do you hope for, wish for, pray for, Melissa? This business. Where do you see this business going in the next year? What are you saying? God, deliver this for more productions. What are you asking for?
Well, for the future, I definitely would like us to get our own space that we can rent out to, our customers. Like Austin said, we want to offer everything to our customers. So when they book something with us, we already have an MC in place. We have a photographer. We have someone to do decor. Pretty much everything. And also if they want the food, we want to take on that responsibility as well. So that's
The catering.
Really catering as well. So that's really where we want to take more production in the future. So.
All you got to do is call Tropical Delight.
So you're lying?
All you got to do is call Tropical Delight. She'll handle it for you.
Yes.
Ralston, what are prayers? What are the things you're putting out into the atmosphere you're asking God for in the next year?
I made a statement earlier. Again, not by sight but by faith. But I think as far as goals, I do have a primary job at the moment. So part of the goal is to eventually make a sacrifice and taking all the energy and put it into my business and expand, build a team that has some of the same drive and value and care so much and putting their customers first. And would like to feel again some of that divinity. And basically just to propel it to the highest level as I can. I'm seeing a vision of basically having different photographers, a videographer working under the production, and to Melissa's point, the catering service, the space. So when you think about entertainment or a party or an event, one-stop shop, we're capable to provide this service to you completely. I know sometimes people, when it comes to events, they're frustrated. They gotta go here, gotta go here. How about like if you go to Walmart, you can think of everything that you want. They have so many different departments. So I like to fulfill that same goal as far as under one umbrella, you can find everything you need for your entertainment, your party, And with my company, I like to fulfill that and give you the best experience ever. Something that will live on forever. When you leave, you're like, wow, this was fulfilling, this was uplifting, this was emotional. And again, all variety of events, anything that they will need, I will be able to provide that. So I'm looking to work with all different photographers, all different videographers, all different event planners, caterers, and kind of pull them in towards under the more production business plan and going forward with that. So within the next year or so, that's part of my goal, is to continuously build and grow.
That is awesome. And what's beautiful about it is that you are inclusive of other people who do what you do. I've been self-employed for 28 years in this area, you know, the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, and people look at people who do what they do almost as if they have cancer. It's like, you know, they feel like they're in this perpetual competition. And I always remind them, you know, you can't count rain. Go on the beach and try and count the sand. We serve a more than enough God. And so people think, you know, I have to be taking from you in order for me to be blessed. No,
Right.
no. Blessing grows proportionately. And so, you know, the reality is we are blessed by being a blessing. And I like that you see an inclusive, not an exclusive vision. You know, again, you know, my grandfather taught me that this can't receive anything. Closed hands can't receive, only this can receive.
That's correct.
And so you gotta have an open hand living. And I'm glad to see you doing that. I was telling the joke in church the other day, Russ, you can't tell it, but
Sam, what are you trying to say?
but I would say this, Melissa and Ralston, what did the light bulb say to the generator?
Like, oh, give me energy.
Give me any.
I get a charge out of you. I get a charge out of you. I get a charge out of
Every
you.
time you turn in,
I get a charge out of you.
that's
right.
a good one. I like that.
That's right.
That is a good one.
That's right. That's right.
Another
Off
point.
the subject, Cornelius, why don't poor people commit suicide?
Why?
You can't kill yourself jumping out a basement window. That's an interesting one. Look at Lindsay. Look at that. Lindsay said, I want to use
I like
this
that.
one.
You can get started.
I will say this.
That's a
Dr.
good one.
King's beloved dream community and Malcolm's Just Society is coming into view. And it's coming into view because of people like the two of you. We know that nothing is promised, it is earned. And we're glad to hear from talented people like yourselves going out there and making change happen, so that you can bring Dr. King's dream into reality and Malcolm's Just Society be made manifest. So keep on doing what you're doing. And as we say each night before we go off the air, there are two types of people in the world: dreamers like you, and dream killers. Embrace the first and run like heck from the second. This is Stan Matthews with Russ the Real Deal Lagan, and his emotional, divine cancer, spiritual peace, along with Ralston Moore. And my image, Dr. Cornelius Hill, Miss Melissa. Melissa, what is your last name?
Read.
Melissa Reed and Ralston Moore. What are the names of the people in the waiting room?
Oh, so we have. I'm gonna go over there laughing, right over there. Mike Morris
Mike Morris.
and his beautiful lady. This is my first time meeting her, so he told me she was coming today, but I don't remember her name. So it's Mike Morris. Beautiful lady.
That's right. That's right. Behind every good man, there is a woman determined to make him do right. So,
And to that point, and Melissa is also she's actually she worked with me, but she's also my lady as well.
well, Cornelius, I don't know if he think we just found out. We've been around the block long. I knew that when they walked in the door. You know, there's some things that don't have to be said; they're just understood. You know, this this gray hair is earned. But Melissa, that's the reason why I wanted to incorporate you into the conversation, because you were born to be his partner,
Right.
not behind him but by his side. And so I make it my business, when couples come on, to be inclusive of both of them. Real power couples support one another, encourage one another, motivate one another, and stand with each other, by each other, under any circumstances, and get it done, as Malcolm would say, by any means necessary. I can tell that you have that mindset about this man right here, because as long as you stand on your post and do your thing, his business can't fall. And as long as you support her, joy everlasting will be yours, because there's no higher thing than God ever did than to give man a helpmate called woman. And so you're blessed, brother, and don't let it go. As Sade would say, one of my favorite singers, in heaven's name, while you walking away, hang on to your love. Hang on.
Hang on.
Hang on. So we bid you adieu. Good night, and God bless. Anything left for us?
Absolutely,
Contact.
absolutely. Listen, most important question: how do we contact you? How does
Yeah.
our listening audience contact you through social media, whatever contact information that you have?
Okay, so right now I'm located in Patterson, the Art Factory, 70 Spruce Street, as the based office. My contact number to reach me personally is 201-873-5762. Again, my contact number is 201-873-5762. Email is moreproduction1 with 2 O's, more, MOORE, production1 at yahoo.com. And also on any social media, you can just put in More Production, and you're able to follow me on Instagram or Facebook. More Production, or MP Photographers for the photography department primarily, which is I have a lot of followers there. MP Photographers, or MP Photographers also for Facebook. Okay, and again, contact number is 201-873-5762. And again, that's moreproduction1 at yahoo.com. Moreproduction1 at yahoo.com. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming, guys. Good night. God bless.